What's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Richard, and this is the Rich Get Richard. And today we're going to talk about my bread and butter, real estate. Everybody always asks me, man, how'd you get so much money? How'd you do this? How'd you do that? Hey, it's a lot of little things here and there. You can start with a side hustle, and then you can get into investments, cryptocurrency, stocks, mutual funds, and stuff like that. But to me, the end game is to own real estate. The majority of millionaires, self-made millionaires in the United States, are real estate owners. You have to use it. That's the best avenue, in my personal opinion, that you should get in. And 3 easy ways that you can be a real estate investor is flipping, wholesaling, and house hacking. About simple as it gets. So before we get started, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Join the family, because I get lonely, and I like your company. Please join. Say hey in the comment section. I don't care if you even tell me you hate me, or man, you an ugly dude. Thanks, I appreciate it. I like constructive criticism, even if it's false or wrong, or whatever. But thank you for checking me out. I really appreciate it, and let's get started. So you want to invest in real estate, so you're thinking how you do it. 3 simple ways. First one is called house hacking. It's when you buy a house, and you probably can't afford the house, but what you do is you rent out portions of that house to subsidize your expenses. So you can either rent out half of your house or rent it room by room. Good example is if you wanted to buy a duplex, a 3-plex or a 4-plex, anything over 4-plex is considered commercial property. So that's a different criteria when you're getting financing for it. But if you want to buy a single home and have 4 bedrooms, you live in one and rent out the other 3, that's house hacking. You're paying someone's paying you to live in your house, and then you use those expenses to either pay down your mortgage or you invest it into another property. Super simple. But a lot of people are like, man, I don't like roommates. It's temporary, and if you get good tenants, it can be very beneficial. And if you don't like tenants, or don't like roommates, get a duplex. So they stay in one half, you stay in the other. Y'all don't bother each other. You just see them whenever you get the rent checks. Or you can buy a 4-plex, which is the mother of all house hacks. You live in one unit, and if you have 2 bedrooms, you rent out a bedroom, and you rent out the other 3 units. You making all the money then. Say if your mortgage is $1,500, you've charged $500 per unit. That's $1,500. You rent out your room, the other room for $250 or something. I don't know. Just giving hypothetical scenarios. You're making $250 just to live there, and they pay all your rent and your mortgage and stuff like that. So you can do that, and that's house hacking 101 in a nutshell. Another example is flipping. You probably think to yourself, how do I get involved in flipping? If you want to flip and you don't have any money, go on Facebook, go on Craigslist, and search the term flipping. Everybody who's out there, or anybody, is on social media, and they are flipping. And what they do is they use platforms like Craigslist, Instagram, Facebook, and all that type of things to find their next flips. So what you got to do is you got to network. If you ain't got no money, if you do got some money, then it's kind of a little easier. But if you don't have any money, just get in there and say, yeah, I am trying to get into flipping. Can I help you with something? But don't be vague. Because if someone emails me and say, I want some help, or I want to help you, I don't fucking know what you want to help with. You tell me, So you come to him and say, do you need any project managers? Do you need anybody to make calls? Do you need anybody to oversee any of your projects? Something like specific. Because you come to me and give me a problem, I'm going to kind of like shun you away. I don't want to find your answer. You find an answer for me, and then I'll tell you if I need it or not. But if you reach out to enough people, there's some good people out there, and they'll typically give you the result that you're kind of looking for. But that's if you don't have any money. If you do have money, just put to leverage your money. It's the best way to grow in real estate. You need to find a hard money lender, or you need to find some investors. If you ask for money via friends and family, it's not illegal, but to solicit for money is illegal. So you have to like ask friends if they want to invest in you or your company. But if you can't get that kind of money, then you need to save up, get a side hustle, or, get a second job, or even help out another flipper and say, oh, I'll take X amount of a project and I'll work for free. And then you just take that money and then you start putting it towards your own flips. Or you take your house hacking money and put it towards your own flips. So it's like you got to start it, or you can even borrow from a 401k, which I don't recommend, but some people do. I'm really not big on 401ks anyways. I think you should have them. If you have it, just leave it in there. But, there's better and other ways to make money than 401k. Okay. And the last one, you probably can get into very, very inexpensively, is wholesaling. Another individual asked me the other day, like, how does wholesaling work, or how do you do it? So wholesaling is getting the house under contract to purchase, and then you assign that contract of purchase to another individual, whether it's a investor or another individual, a flipper or something like that. So there's tons of ways to become a wholesaler. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can do a few techniques. One is driving for dollars. Driving for dollars is when you drive through neighborhoods that are crappy, or just driving through neighborhoods looking for crappy houses. Signs you should look for is distressed homes, homes that are abandoned cars, houses that have overgrown grass. I like to look for tarps on the roof, because tarps on the roof means there's a roof leak and there's neglect and there's a struggle. So if I can't afford to fix my roof, I'm more likely probably can't afford to even have this house. So especially if it's been up, you can look at some tarps and it looks like they've been up there for years. So those are the type of houses I like. And sometimes I have like a wholesaler's kit, and I'll just have like a little sheet of paper, and I'll say, I was driving through your neighborhood and I'm a local investor and I would love to talk to you about maybe purchasing in your home. You fold up the piece of paper, can't put it in your mailbox because that's illegal. Take that and then just stick it in like their door, or stick it on their car windshield, or just stick it in their door. Don't put it in their mailbox because that's illegal. And then leave your contact information on there. They call you, they call you. They don't, they don't. Just always keep it with you. And you never know when you're driving through a neighborhood or going to a friend's house or going to the club or something like that. You see a crappy house in a nicer neighborhood. Hey, pull over real quick. Stick it in there. You roll out. You'd be surprised how many people will call you and say, yeah, man, I'm having issues with this house. I really can't keep up with it. My house has been abandoned for years. Blah, 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 blah. And then you make them a reasonable offer. You take that house, you get it under contract. A lot of the contracts you can Google online. A lot of them, I think I have another video on wholesaling. I have a copy of the contract. You can just go to a previous video of mine and get a free contract. Put the house under contract and you say, yo, I need about 2 weeks for inspection. So you pretty much got 2 weeks to find somebody to purchase that contract for a little finder's fee or an assignment fee. Anything ranging from $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $30,000, depending on the price of the house. And it should be 70% of ARV, after market value. If you can get a house at 50% ARV, after market value, after repair value, and you can sell it to somebody else for 70%, you keep the difference. You get a check at closing. It's simple work, and then you take that money and then you start flipping houses and start building your rental portfolio and stuff like that. Driving for dollars is one. I mean, there's tons. You can call a real estate agent and get expired listings. Say, put me on your expired listings list. And as soon as that house expires, they want to sell their house. You call them and you just offer 60% of what their house is worth on the market. Some people say, kiss my ass. Hey, no harm, no foul. Some people say, let me think about it. Just follow back up with them in a couple weeks. But there's tons of different approaches to become a wholesaler. I'm not going to get into them all here. I'm just talking vaguely and generally. So we talked about house hacking, we talked about flipping, and we talked about wholesaling. 3 simple ways to get into real estate. But it's up to you ultimately to just do something. I'll give a shit what you do. Just pick something. Fuck, it's not that hard. If I can do it, and I'm an idiot. At least I look like an idiot, but I'm really not. Whatever. Anyways, thank you for checking this shit out. Hope you like this shit. Watch some more shit. To my left and my right, the recent videos I've done. My name is Mr. Richard, and I'm out this bitch. Do better.